Table Saw 101, Part 2. I believe we left off right when I was about to talk about the miter gauge. We store our miter gauge right here on the table saw. And what a miter gauge does is it goes into this slot in the table saw and it allows you to cross cut on the table saw. It's a very important safety tip that you never cross cut with the fence. You always disengage the fence, unlock the fence, and push it out of the way. You only cross cut on the table saw when you are using a miter gauge. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we do our demonstrations. But it's very important that you never use a miter gauge in combination with a fence. Now let's talk a little bit about that fence. Our fence has a little mark so that you can figure out on this rule where you want to cut a piece of material widthwise. Once you've figured out where you want that, you have in lock the fence in the downward position so that the fence doesn't move on you, okay? It's really important that we remember to always keep our guard in place. The guard is up right now just so I could show you those other components of the table saw. It's really easy to lower the guard. All you do is you pull this lever and it'll lower into place. We always want to keep our dust shroud attached to the table saw because that will help keep sawdust out of the machine, keep the machine running better for longer. Alright, that's the table saw 101, part 2.